captains of industry from both South Africa and Zambia, the president of the Black Business Council, Ms. Ncapayi, organized business from Zambia, Ms. Mwape Chabala, president of the Zambia Association of Manufacturers, officials from the respective countries, business people, distinguished guests, all protocol observed. It is indeed my distinct honor and privilege to deliver a keynote address on behalf of Minister Rob Davis, who could not be here today during this august occasion where our president is receiving his chief guest of honor, Mr. Edgar Lungu, the president of Zambia. As it has already been alluded, Zambia and South Africa's relationship dates back to the days of our liberation struggle. And indeed, we are immensely grateful to the people of Zambia for traveling with us in this journey, as well as the continued journey we are here to identify today. And as it has been said by the President of the Business Council, allow me once again to welcome you, people of Zambia, to South Africa. Today we have considered a particular and specific theme that alludes to us advancing new frontiers. And we need to ask ourselves what the meaning of that is. Indeed, the theme, it is apt given the challenges that we find ourselves in the continent, and challenges that have already been alluded to by the previous speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, much of our growth has emanated from demand characterized by natural resources. Further to this, Africa's trade links with the world are based on commodity exports, which have risen over the years. This has been further exacerbated by the fact that the decrease in commodity prices terms of trade declined despite the recent moderate recovery, which has had a major adverse impact on both disposable income and output through the multiply effects of exports. This, ladies and gentlemen, has negatively impacted economic growth, which has declined from 2012 until 2015. A further concern is that per capita GDP growth in Africa has been consistently below the world average since 2010. And a further decline, even in stable terms of trade, can be expected to have a significant negative impact on our economies. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings a particular policy shift to us, which calls for an inward focus, whereby we strengthen our cooperation between ourselves so as to enable us to realize our regional integration ambitions as outlined by ourselves in Agenda 2063 and the SADC Industrialization Strategy and Roadmap. It is in support of this vision that we have convened this forum today to advance the new frontiers. South Africa and Zambia share very strong ties, and we believe that this platform of today will accord you, captains of industry, with an additional opportunity to create the requisite symbiotic relationship that will further advance our economic relationship. It is heartening to note the growing investment ties between our countries, and as alluded to, Ms. Chabala. And South African companies have invested in a myriad of sectors, including banking, mining, and retail, amongst others. However, we encourage you as business community from both countries to intensify collaboration in investing in manufacturing capabilities. My sister here called it productive sectors. We need to ensure that we are active in the sectors that will catapult the growth of our respective economies. And this action will further ensure that we integrate ourselves into the global value chains that are spoken about today. Global value chains that are as a result of the natural resources that we have, and we need to ensure that we use that to the optimum. On the trade front, we have registered steady growth over the years. However, unfortunately, we have not been able to escape the global challenges that affect other regions of the world. In a bid to address this, a number of cooperation agreements have been signed over the years. One alluded to between the chambers as well as others within government. And within this context, I'm also proud to announce that the respective ministers met to inaugurate the Joint Economic Cooperation Commission, which seeks to advance political, economic, social, and defense cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the onus now lies with you to utilize the existing vehicles to further the commercial relationship. In further advancing this sentiment, today's program seeks to build partnerships in, amongst others, the fields of agro-processing, services, mineral beneficiation, energy, advanced manufacturing, and infrastructure development. And we are of the firm view that the deliberations emanating from these discussions will translate into pragmatic areas of cooperation that will systematically address the plethora of challenges at hand. In this regard, I would like to wish you every success and hope that the deliberations would place our respective economies on an upward trajectory towards achieving the vision of Agenda 2063 of an integrated, prosperous, and peaceful Africa, driven by its own citizens and representing a dynamic force in the international arena. I thank you.